Again, you have to know what you're looking at. Are we started yet?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, action. Hi. Lower extremity, you have to know what you're looking at. You have to know that this is the big toe is over here, so that makes this medial. The pinky toe is over here, or digit number 5. That makes this lateral. That makes this a left leg. If we look right here, we have this muscle that runs straight down over the femur. This is called the rectus femoris. Below the rectus femoris, we have a very vast area. The vast area on the lateral side is the vastus lateralis. The vast area on the medial side of the rectus femoris is the vastus medialis. And if we take off the rectus femoris, we can see this vast area deep to it, which is between the vastus lateralis and the vastus medialis, called the vastus intermedius. This muscle here looks like a sash, so they call it the sartorius. Sartorius means sash. It's very distinctive. If we look down on the medial side that runs straight down the medial aspect of the leg, we have this muscle right here called the gracilis. Gracilis. So we have the sartorius and the gracilis. Gracilis starts with G, sartorius starts with S, and right here we have the adductor longus, G-A-S. Adductor longus, gracilis, adductor longus, sartorius. If you look back here, we have our gluteus maximus. We take off the gluteus maximus. Actually, anterior to the gluteus maximus, we come right to here. This is the gluteus medius. I'm going to take out the gluteus maximus, and you can see the gluteus medius right here. As I travel this around, I come to this valley right here, and this valley separates two muscles. This is the gluteus medius, and then right here is the tensor fasciae latae. So the tensor fasciae latae. If we look at the posterior aspect of the thigh, there are hamstrings. Little toe on this side, that makes this lateral. The lateral hamstring is the biceps femoris. It's a muscle with two heads on top of the femur. If we look over here, on the medial side, the difference between these two is that this one doesn't have anything underneath of it like this one does. The one that's on top, on the medial side, is called the semitendinosus. The semitendinosus is on top. The semitendinosus is on top of the semimembranosus. The semimembranosus is the most medial. And you see the semimembranosus down here as well. So the semitendinosus is on top of the semimembranosus. If you look right back here at the calf, the big calf muscles that we're used to seeing is called the gastrocnemius. When we take off the gastrocnemius, we go deep to that, we have our soleus. Our soleus. And I can see my soleus on each side of the gastrocnemius. I can see it here, and I can see it over here. The gastrocnemius and the soleus come together and make a common tendon called the Achilles tendon. Look at this from the lateral aspect. We can see the gastrocnemius, the soleus. Anterior to the soleus is the peroneus longus. The peroneus longus. The peroneus longus fibers run down this way. As we get distal, we see another muscle underneath of it whose fibers run this way. This is the peroneus brevis. Gastrocnemius, soleus, peroneus longus, peroneus brevis. Anterior to the peroneus longus is the extensor digitorum. When you follow this down, it turns into all these tendons. These extend the digits. It's the extensor digitorum. Gastrocnemius, soleus, peroneus longus, extensor digitorum. Anterior to the extensor digitorum is the most anterior muscle from the tibia, and that is called the tibialis anterior. Gastrocnemius, soleus, peroneus longus, peroneus brevis, extensor digitorum, tibialis anterior. On the bottom of the foot is our flexors, and this muscle right here is our flexor digitorum. And cut.